Hey, everybody. We're live with Deb Floros today. Hello, Deb.
Hello.
If you don't know Deb loves jewelry and she loves design. And we're so happy to have you here with us this afternoon to spend a little time creating.
Thank you for having me. So excited to hang out with you, Kristen.
I know Deb and I just met each other face to face for the first time, 2 months ago, I think? Was it April or was it the beginning of May? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. It just goes by so fast.
It does go by so fast. We have known each other online for quite some time, and we are both Arizona designers, which I've known for quite some time. But it was just, we just never could quite get together. And then Sundance happened. We did our Inspired by Sundance design party, which was a few months back, and said, hey, we have a Sundance store here in Arizona. We should go meet up. And it was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. It was a blast. I mean, meeting you in person was like you on steroids, just all the artistic love coming out of you. It was fun. It was fun hanging out with you and checking out all the sights of Sundance. And it was
so great. So great. And I want to say it was a really fun, first meet idea, right? So if any one of you are you want to meet someone or you have a new friend that you've met and you don't really know what to do with them, we went and met up at Sundance only with the idea of really just looking around, talking about all of the things we love in the shop, talking about all the colors and the jewelry, and just window shopping basically. And then we grabbed lunch and it was such a fabulous time. It was so good.
I agree. It was fabulous. And we ended up afterwards sneaking over to Anthropology and looking around there too. So we kind of did a second pass of another store. And I remember every time I see something like this, I think of you now. I remember all the shirts had really puffy sleeves at Anthropology.
So many puffy sleeves. And I was we both said we cannot do puffy sleeves. No. I mean, I've got big shoulders, so I'm never I never want anything puffy on my sleeves. No. And it was all of these things were just shoulder pads are not for me. That style coming back is not for me.
Yeah, I love the look of it on other people, but just not on me. Ooh. So yeah, every time I see a puffy sleeve now, I think, oh, I should take a picture of this and send it to Kristen.
So funny. Oh my gosh. It was really, really fun. And yeah. Anthropology, was a little busier, so they didn't really realize what we were doing. No. But Sundance, they were kind of what are these two up to?
Yeah. And I think they really were hoping we were going to buy something because it was really quiet at that time. They're please buy something. Please buy something.
I know. It wasn't happening. Finally, we just said to them, I think at one point we were hey, we're jewelry designers. We're just checking out things for inspiration. We really love your stuff. And they backed off a little bit at that point because they were oh, these two are just, just looky-loos. But I mean, I would have loved to have bought something, but it wasn't in the cards that day.
No, but I do love to look. I mean, the clothes, they have some things you can, have in your home. And then of course the jewelry. I mean, the jewelry is just, wow.
It's just drool worthy. It's really, I mean, it's beautiful in the catalog, but when you see it in person,
yeah.
Oh, and we saved that for last. We looked at all the clothing and stuff in the housewares first, and then we scooted over to the jewelry last. So good. Yeah. Well, that was so much fun. I'm so glad to have met you in person, Deb, and we had such a great time. And I encourage all of you to find a buddy and go do some looky-loos, get some inspiration. Yeah. And it's also a lot of fun by yourself. So if you don't have anyone that you want to do that with, doing just a recon little stroll around some of your favorite stores with the idea of just looking for patterns and colors and textures and just seeing what's out there is a really great way and to spend the day.
Yeah.
And I would consider that like a personal artist date, 100%.
Yes, agree, 100%. Fully endorse that idea.
Well, we're here with Deb today to take a look at one of our beading kits. As you guys know, many of you, we do a beading kit once a month, and we sent Deb our Turtle Love beading kit, which is just so cute. And we've had so many cute designs being shared in the Softlex VIB studio, which is over on Facebook. We've got a Facebook group over there where you can share what you're working on. Deb has not taken a peek at it yet. She kept it under wraps. And so this will be the first time she's opening it and taking a look. And
that's not entirely true.
Oh, okay.
Because it is open in front of me, but I just opened it. So
okay. All right. We'll let it, that's close enough to just opening it. She knows when we switch down to her table, it's going to already be open. So she didn't want to be caught. So I'm excited to see what you decide to make with today. What kind of inspires you today? We missed Deb on Friday. She couldn't make it to our Inspired by Pearls party, but we look forward to her joining us on a future one because it was a lot of fun. And yeah, we're going to do some more of them. And I can't wait to see you again in the next one, Deb.
It was fun to watch. I finally got to watch it, and it was really fun to watch.
Very cool. All right, so I'm going to let you switch your camera down. Okay. I'm going to bring you guys over to my bead table for a moment, and then we'll come back to you when you're ready, Deb.
Okay.
So here for me, I don't have a whole lot going on. I'm trying to clean up my big old mess over here. But this is our book lovers kit. I'm not going to open this one today because this one's still a mystery. We're going to open this one up at the end of June on the last Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. Pacific time. You can join me for opening this. But these are the kits that we have available. The turtle kit has totally sold out. So the one that you'll see Deb working with is gone because they do usually sell out really fast. And this is the next one. We've got about, I think we're 77% sold out on the book lovers. So if you haven't grabbed it yet, go grab this one. And then we also launched a new kit today. I don't have it in front of me yet, but it is our Great Bead Extravaganza Midsummer Market Just Peachy kit is what it's called. It's super sweet. We've got a beautiful bead mix and a bead strand that complement the kit, but were not included in the kit that you can also find over at softlexcompany.com. They both went online today. And then we also put our Great Bead Extravaganza category on sale. So everything in that category sort of goes with our idea of just peachy. There's lots of peachy beads in there, champagne colored beads, some pearls, some CZs, as well as some staples, stuff that we always use during the Great Bead Extravaganza. So things like tools and wire and craft wire are all 15% off. Anything in that the Great Bead Extravaganza category. Oh, you know what? I even was good and I brought up the banner. So let me go get that for a second here. That'll be prettier. Look at how pretty.
Love it.
So that's this is to celebrate our Midsummer Market coming up. Save the date. You can join us for that on July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. I just realized I think I wrote the wrong date on there. It should be 19th, 20th, and 21st. Okay, we'll fix that. Join Softlex on the 20th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll be making with that Midsummer Market Just Peachy kit. The kit is not on sale. However, the bead mix and the bead strand are on sale, as well as everything else in our Great Bead Extravaganza category. And you'll also get free shipping on online orders over $65 in the US. All right. Are you ready, Deb?
I'm ready.
I'm going to go ahead and switch to your screen and see this beautiful kit all laid out there.
Now, I do have the next one wrapped up. So this
so
one
you're
has
ready.
Yeah, not opened yet. So that I can't wait to see because I
Yeah.
haven't seen anybody's yet. So it's always
Nope.
fun to open these up.
Totally under wraps until the end of June on that one.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's still a mystery. And I was going to do a giveaway. So let me pop that
Ooh.
on too here. While you're getting set up, you guys, I'm gonna set up the giveaway in the background and I'll let you all know when it's ready. Okay, Deb, go ahead and let us know what you think.
Well, I think so. When I was opening this up, I immediately gravitated towards these shell beads, and hopefully the camera is gonna. There it goes. So these little shell beads are so adorable. I love the color of them. So I'm going to do some. I'm going to make a pair of earrings with those, and I want to do something kind of statement. Um, I think if anybody has followed me for any length of time, you probably know I sometimes go big or go home. So I have an idea with those little guys, and then from the Jesse James Beads design elements, these little starfish. And if
Ooh, they're
the
so
camera,
cute. I love those.
I know they're adorable, and I think all of these sort of beachy, oceany colors are so beautiful this time of year. So I think that's what I'm going to start with. I have an idea for a bracelet too, but I want to do the earring first. So I'm going to kind of move all of these out of the way. And by the way, these are fabulous.
Mm.
I love the turtles, and it's so funny. About a week and a half ago, I found a turtle at my house. A little turtle, like a baby turtle.
No way. So was it
And
a desert tortoise? Like one of those?
no,
Oh.
no, it was a turtle that really does not belong in the desert. So I tried to save him, and I was getting ready to leave on a trip the next day. And I had my husband sort of keep an eye on him. I had water for him, and I think something must have eaten him.
Oh, poor little guy.
I know. He was, he's probably this big, like just a little guy. And we are near a golf course hole where there's water. So we figure somebody like a critter may have picked him up and dropped him,
Mm.
and just so happened to drop him at my house. So I tried to save him, but I wasn't able to. So
Oh, I'm so glad you tried. But sometimes, yeah, but nature took its course in that situation, huh?
yes, yes. I don't know where he thought he was headed, but he was passing by my garage door, and fortunately, he wasn't run over by one of our cars. I would have felt terrible about that. So,
So
so
true. I mean, poor little guy. It's a
no,
tough life for a little turtle especially here in the desert. I mean,
I
we're
know.
not the most what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of tough here. It's tough here.
Yeah, he had no business hanging out in the desert.
No.
He really was in the wrong spot. So yeah, poor guy.
Aw, poor
But
guy.
but
Sherry's
the
wondering if you were shell shocked, Deb.
yes, I was. I love that. That's great.
Those little shells are so cute too. I really love that strand of beads. That was a
Yeah,
good find.
so I'm just using the satin silver that came in the kit, and I cut probably about, I don't know, a little bit longer than a foot, and I put a crimp tube on. I like folded it over, put a crimp tube up at the top, and just have a little loop up here. I'm going to use that to attach to an ear wire. And then I'm adding the little starfish. And then now I'm going to put a crimp on the other side of that starfish. So, and I love that you guys include a generous supply of the crimp tubes. That's helpful.
Thank you. Yeah, we really love giving everybody like all the findings that they need to create projects without needing anything else. It's always great if you want to add your own stuff in there, but at least we know you can like grab a kit, grab a cutter and a crimper, and you're good to go. You've got everything you need in there to make some jewelry.
Yes, yes. This is, I mean, there's several pieces of jewelry that can be made here. So my idea was to take the shells and kind of put them on both strands and then kind of do a little crimping down the earring. And I tried it out. It works. It's it's kind of funky and fun, but I think it's kind of a good statement earring for the summer. I kind of like that look.
Looking good.
I'm doing the shells in opposite directions. So, because the shells are, sort of, there's ends to them. So there's a curved end and sort of the end that would be hinged if it was a real shell. So I'm kind of putting them next to each other like that. And then I'm going to put another crimp tube on. So just going to get that guy on there. And I'm going to crimp a space for them. So they just need like a little bit of space to hang out. And they're not gonna fit in there perfectly. It's not going to be perfect, but it's just going to be kind of a fun, whimsical little look there. So I kind of, and then I'm going to stagger them. So here's the first two.
Oh, I'm liking where you're going with that.
It's kind of fun. And then I want to do them opposite. So I want to do one that's kind of going upwards and then downwards here. So maybe they will look interesting that way. And I hear beads.
I know. I'm rustling around back here. I am just like pulling out all sorts of random beads that I have here. I've been so busy that I feel like my desk has gotten out of hand, and it's like I don't even know what I have,
Yes.
So I'm kind of using the opportunity to just pull a bunch of stuff out and see what I've got here. See what happens. Someone was asking if you have a new challenge for Crimped, and I think that's such a great time for you to talk about what Crimped is and tell. I don't even really know. I'm seeing it happening in like my peripheral vision, but I don't exactly know what's going on. So enlighten us on this Crimped thing, Deb.
Well, I'm happy to share it. Brittany Chavers, who is also an Arizona designer. Brittany Chavers and I have gotten to know each other over the last couple of years, I guess maybe 2 or 3 years now, well, probably a little bit longer than that. And she and I spent time in Tucson together 2 years ago. And we just were talking about, what could we do together? Because we've done some classes for Jesse James Beads together, but not really together, like just, for the same events, but not really together. So we were talking about what could we do? And we brainstormed. We sat down with some snacks one day and we just started talking about what could we do? And we came up with an idea of a jewelry making talk show. And I don't think anybody else is really doing anything like that.
I don't think they are either. See what happens when you sit down with snacks and a friend? What a good idea.
Snacks make everything better. So we just kind of, we bounced around some things that we could do. And as we were talking about what could we do with the talk show, we started talking about, what if we did like a challenge each time? And then both of us, like almost at the same time, thought about like the Food Network show called Chopped,
Right, of course.
which they give all the competitors like a basket of stuff, and you have to use all that stuff. And so we were like, oh my God, let's call it Crimped instead of Chopped.
I love it. I mean, we're such crimpers over here at Softflex Company. So I'm like, as soon as I saw that name, I was like, so smart. What a fun idea.
Yeah, so we just a couple of weeks ago released episode 5. And so what we do is we typically have like one topic that is kind of meaty. So we pick a topic that we think might be interesting for folks. So we did a whole discussion about Tucson earlier in the year. We did a discussion about kind of repurposing and reusing old jewelry, previously loved jewelry. And
Cool.
and then we had our very first guest for episode 5. So we had Matt Kasparian of Maku Raku. She does amazing Raku ceramics. And so we, had her come on and talk about her process and how she got started. And that was so much fun. And so we do a monthly topic, and then every month we have things we always talk about, like, what's your favorite thing right now? And what are your favorite pieces you've made in the last month or since we met last? And then we give each other a challenge, which is the Crimped challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And then that Crimped challenge gets passed along to all of our folks in the group and our followers. And so we want them to create what we created and post it in the group. And we're getting ready to launch because we have just over 900 followers now. And
wonderful. And where can they find you? Is this all on Facebook, or is it on YouTube, or where is this happening?
So we have a Facebook page called Crimped, a Jewelry Series. So you can like and follow us there. And then there's a Crimped, a Jewelry Series group, Facebook group. And that's where people can post and do all of the challenges and that kind of thing. So so we love the challenges. They're super fun. We're seeing folks are really starting to participate in that a little bit more. And we're going to launch, I haven't even told anybody this yet, so this is like a little secret insight. When we get to 1,000 group members, we're going to start doing giveaways for those who participate.
Wonderful. We know, well, everyone at Softflex Company loves giveaways.
So for those of your people that are out there that aren't part of this group, get involved.
They're close. They just need a few more people in there to get to that 1,000 group member. So Damien, did you find that link by any chance over on Facebook? Oh, he did.
Oh,
there it is. Damien just shared it in the comments, so you guys can go check it out after this video and join the group, or if you can multitask, I guess you can do it while you're watching. And speaking of giveaways, if you see at the bottom of your screen using the hashtag Peachy, just enter that in a comment, and that will put you into our giveaway that's happening during our show right now, and we'll choose a winner at the end.
That's fun.
That's so fun. So a few other places, Deb, let us know where else other than Crimped, what else are you up to? I know you have been really just busy this year, doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, so I joined the Art Beads design team earlier this year. So I've been doing content for them for over a year. So you might see videos of mine on YouTube and sometimes on Facebook. But I joined their design team officially and started doing live videos once a week. So I do a live show on Monday mornings called Designing with Deb, and and I'm picking some fun products to share and making some things, and my focus is really on kind of the design process and looking at designing with different shapes and designing with different materials and looking at color and texture and all of that. So, trying to think about two folks that maybe are a little bit more on the beginner side, or are just maybe stretching their legs a little bit with something maybe different that they've not done before. So I'm having a blast with that. That's been a lot of fun for me.
Very cool. I love that. And then I know that you've also been getting some Softflex kits and sharing those on your YouTube channel and kind of working on growing that a little bit too. So
Yes.
what is your YouTube channel's name again? Is it Deb Loves Designs?
Well, I should have, like a long time ago, been a little bit more strategic about naming all of my things, but
It's hard, I know. And then you're trying to keep it all straight.
yes, my Facebook and my Etsy shop are really more Deb Loves Jewelry Designs, and then my Instagram and TikTok are Deb Loves Designs. And then my YouTube channel, I don't know, it's just Deb Loves Jewelry.
Oh, Deb Loves Jewelry. That's right. Okay.
And I think I did it that way because originally my intent was something really different for that channel, and I kind of switched gears. So yeah, now it's if you're looking for Deb Loves, you can pretty much find me in all the places because that is consistent, and Loves is spelled Luvs.
Yeah, so it makes it easy to find you if you just do Deb Loves, and then the other things will come.
Yes. So that's I'm in all of those places, just a slight variation of the name. And Kristen, I don't hear you anymore. I don't know if she's still there or if I dropped out. I'm not certain. I still show that we're live. I can't tell. If I am still live and we lost Kristen, let me show you guys what I'm doing here. So I've got my little staggering shells. There you are. I see you again. Was it Kristen that we lost? I can't hear you. Still can't hear you, Kristen.
I'm back.
Okay, there you are. I wasn't sure if it was me or you, so there might be some long silence there for a while.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
I wasn't
guys.
sure if it was me or you either, and then I realized it must be me because it wasn't letting me like even switch cameras or anything. So it's me. I've been having a lot of issues with our Wi-Fi dropping the last couple of weeks. So I apologize, but something's going on. Hopefully they're working on it. But I know our provider has been having a lot of outages.
It's just rude.
Which is rude. Luckily, I know. Luckily with StreamYard, I could come back in and we could keep going, because in the past it was be like, oh, you have to start all over again, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm curious what's going to happen with my entries here. Sometimes that gets knocked off. I'm going to see what happens when I refresh it, and if you'll all be here again.
Hopefully.
Or, that's the only bummer when my internet goes out, is that the giveaway program stops working. Okay, it caught a bunch of you still. 37 entries at the moment. So if you want to go ahead and enter again, feel free to do another comment. The program will automatically, get rid of any duplicates. So if you want to just ensure that you are definitely counted, you could just go ahead and enter Peachy one more time.
I got a pair of earrings here.
Cute. I love how the shells are almost looking like kind of bubbly, like it's got that like ocean bubbly look to it.
Yeah, I really like these. These are a little bit on the long side, and I actually left a little bit of the tail, and I was thinking, like, if folks chose to use like a colored soft flex, that would be fun. But I kind of like the little tail look with these.
The tails are really cute, and long earrings like that are on trend.
I love me some long earrings. That's one of my favorite things.
Me too.
I think I'm going to do a bracelet now, if we're still good on time.
We are. You did those earrings really quickly. So yeah, go ahead. Those are some pretty beads, and I haven't had a chance to use those yet.
These could go with the oceany theme, but they could also be very Southwest.
Yes, especially in that shape.
Yes, very Sundance, perhaps.
Right.
Might I suggest?
I might have to hold on to mine.
Maybe hoard them a little bit. So I'm liking the idea of them with this turtle bead. And then I like these little, I'm a sucker for teardrops. Like, oh, I love the teardrops. Those little purpley teardrops are amazing.
So cute. I love to see. I did use the shell beads, and I did use those starfish in my design, but I did not use any of these other beads you're pulling out now. So I feel like that's always fun to see what you're gravitating towards.
And I gotta pull some seed beads into the mix, because I'm just seeing like a little bit of dimension with these will be nice. So I've got some little seed beads in my stash here, and I'm going to add those guys.
I like that idea.
I know these are going to fit on here. I know they're going to fit. They're tiny beads. 15s, which are not for the faint of heart.
Oh my gosh, 15s. Yeah, I struggle with the 11s.
The day that I can't see these is the day I will no longer be able to make jewelry. I just love adding that little bit of dimension there. It's fun.
Cute.
These are terrific beads. They're really, really nice.
Anne is wondering, what color of seed beads are you using?
They're like a, I don't think I have do I have the color? They're a platinum. They're not like actually platinum, but they are a platinum tone. And I got these so long ago in Tucson from a seller that I don't even think goes to the shows anymore. So, but they are a really, really pretty. You could do like a bright silver. These are a little like an antique silver, I would say.
That's pretty, almost like pewter-ish.
Yeah.
Is that kind of it? Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm
you could even do gold with this, because gold would look really pretty with all these colors as well.
Now I'm taking out my little seed beads too.
It's just, I don't know. I'm not, I'm not a traditional seed beater, although I'm working on honing my seed beating skills all the time. That's not my kind of my core. But I use seed beads in my designs. I mean, I just love the look of them. There's sometimes just that little bit of extra that you need to jazz up a design.
Yeah, I was saying that just this week because I don't know if it was last year we started to bring in some Delica beads, and then we brought in some more, and now we have a lot of colors, and I'm just finding I'm using them kind of like you do, like little spacers and things like that. I'm just in a way that I wasn't before because we just didn't carry them before. So now I feel like I pull them out more often, and they've been really fun to design with.
Yeah, and I think so for a design like this, you can also stretch your beads. So, this size of a strand may not make it, make a whole bracelet, but if you add something to it, you've got the ability to make that into a bracelet, or you're saving some beads to create something else, maybe a matching pair of earrings or something.
Rings. Yeah, totally.
So I feel like they're kind of a little bit of a stash helper, because you can create a little bit of a stash, a little bit of a leftover here and there if you stretch out what you've got.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now I was doing one thing, and now Deb has me putting seed beads between my beads.
Sorry about that.
I was like, ooh, I want to do that too.
Oh, and I am loving these little teardrops. They're so pretty. I love them with the
I love
green.
how they're glowing on screen. They're just sort of giving a really pretty glow.
Yeah, they are. They're just super glowy, and then the turtle on this bead is very glowy as well. So I'm getting a lot of glow in the center of this bracelet. And yeah, I'm struggling with some of these seed beads this afternoon. They are fighting me just a touch.
Just a smidge. You're using soft touch, which is a little bit more softer too. So sometimes it could be a little, whereas the soft flex is a little easier to hold, I think, when it comes
Yes.
to these little guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm liking this a lot. This bracelet is going to be a good one.
Speaking of soft touch, have you ever used soft touch before, Deb?
I know I had some in my stash, and I can't remember if it came from an event or if I like picked it up myself. I can't remember where it came from, but I know I used it up for a project not too long ago.
Oh, cool. Yes, somebody is saying Angelica is a shape. It's more square, whereas the seed beads have more of a rounded edge. I think it might even be a difference in where they're made. Just a typical seed bead and a Delica seed bead. I'm not sure, but Delica. I'm using a Delica size 11. And Deb is using a seed bead size 15. Is that right?
Yeah, and they're just they're not Delicas, but they're a pretty consistently shaped seed bead.
I think Delicas are a little more tube-like. I think they're more like squared off.
Yeah, these are a little rounder. Sometimes the Delicas are like to use in more stringing projects are nice because they are like more cylindrical. But then round sometimes works better too. So it just, I mean, you can play around with all different kinds of seed beads for a stringing project. They all work.
They do. I love our roller beads too. If you want more of that thicker, bigger size, and the little itty bitty ones give you a hard time, we've got our roller seed beads, which are quite large.
Those are fun beads. I like those.
They are fun. They kind of remind me a little bit of the pony beads a bit, but they're not quite, they're glass, so they're not plastic, but they have a similar kind of fun feel.
Yeah, I've seen some fun designs from folks using those. Oh, I really like this. This is so cute. This is such a fun kit. I mean, this time of year, I know I'm thinking about the beach. I'm thinking about, getting out and walking in the sand, maybe finding a shell or two on the beach. And this is just like all of that. All those vibes.
All the summer feels, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, Sherry says size 6 are her go-to spacer beads. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Do we all have like a particular size we gravitate towards?
Yes. I'm going to measure this guy a little bit, see what I got going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might need to take off a bead. Yeah, I like this purple pink green combo. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. And very unlike what you and I experience this time of year. We are now into the hundreds here in Arizona.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are. I think it's 107. I think it was 111 yesterday. Oh my gosh. It's been so fun.
Yes, I volunteer at a horse rescue, and my shift starts at 6 p.m. And so last night, I knew I was the only person on the schedule, so I brought a ton of water with me, and I'm like, okay, Deb, just going to take your time. You're not going to get overheated. You're just going to, and it was hot out there because, it's the end of the day. The sun's just beating on you. It was kind of brutal, I got to say.
Yeah, it's tough to be outside right now. It's just, I always say this time of year is such a tease because you look out the window and it just looks beautiful. Yes. And then you go out there and you're just like, what is happening? This is not nice.
Yes. Yes. It's like opening an oven when you open the front door. Yeah, it's a little bakey out there. But
I see Sue is that she likes to use her Mayuki Delicas on the loom, which that makes sense because they do kind of lay nice together, don't they? And that's what Annie's saying too. They seem to lay smoothly against each other, and she likes them for making brick stitch fringe earrings.
Oh yes.
Which I made myself a fringe earring earlier this year. I still have to make the second one. Yeah, those are really time consuming.
Mm-hmm. I saw your earrings. They're beautiful. They came out great.
They're so fun. I love them a lot, but I just haven't had the chance to sit down and make the second one yet. And it made me realize, because you can find fringe earrings when they're pretty pricey normally, and now I know why, because they do take quite some time.
Yeah, that's kind of why I think I'm just not much of a seed beater. As much as I love seed bead designs and I actually enjoy doing it, it's a very kind of zen thing to do, but I'm used to making multiple things like in an hour. And you can't make that in an hour. You can't even make it in a couple hours sometimes. So
It's so true. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a labor. And I'm guessing if you do it enough, you probably get quicker. You learn some tricks to speed yourself along. But I think no matter what, it's a very time consuming craft.
Yeah.
And beautifully done.
Yes, when I see like the big elaborate projects that people make, I'm just in awe because I know it took, tons and tons of hours and patience and all kinds of things. So, and now we have a finished bracelet.
Oh, hooray! Look at how cute that is.
I love the turtle, and it's two-sided. So the turtle, and it looks different colors based on how it moves. This is fun. And I love just the combination of the green and the purple. So pretty.
It's super pretty. And I think you did a fabulous job. I love the design you did. And I know in my kit, my two turtles were a slightly different color. And then some of you might have had ones that were more uniform, because I did see a few of you make earrings and things like that. But this is such a great project if you did get slightly different like I did, and you just want to make one turtle be your focal. I love how you put that together.
Yeah, this turtle has like a little bit of orange if I see it in a certain direction. Like it changes color. So I could have done that one too and maybe pulled in some different beads there. These are just beautiful beads. They're really nice.
Thank you. Nice quality.
Yeah.
Well, I will show you guys what I've been doing over here. Let me just finish up a crimp and then I will switch my screen.
Switcheroo.
Yeah. I'm using some beads that are in the Great Bead Extravaganza category that I was telling you all about, that we've got the 15% off on in there. I just pulled out some beads that we had in there to play with. And you'll see Deb's inspiration.
Can't wait.
So here's what's going on at my table. I'm using these really pretty pearl shell beads, and we call them peach. They're like a really, really light peachy pink. And so we had pearls on sale last week. We don't have all of our pearls on sale this week. However, since our kit is just peachy, we did move any of our peachy pearls into that Great Bead Extravaganza sale category. So you can get those. And then I used those gold line Delica beads as my spacers between. And I use this really pretty, this is one of our newest colors. It's a transparent blue with a little bit of an AB finish on it for those boho flowers.
I love that.
So that's that. And I started with the earring. So I did the earring first, which was just a simple little flower and pearl drop earring. And then moved on to the bracelet. And I love that you brought this idea out, Deb, because I was first just kind of stringing them all together, but it was feeling a little heavy, and it's just enough. Adding these little beads in there is just enough to give it a little air, to let those pearls breathe a little bit, and kind of almost, I feel like, makes them feel more special too than if they were just right next to each other the whole way.
Yes, I think those are absolutely beautiful. They're such a pretty color. Oh my gosh, I love them.
So pretty. And then I'm stringing it on, this is an older spool. We had a rose gold color on an outlet sale a while back, and I thought it would be a nice color to string this on. I don't think we have any more of this in stock, but you might be able to use our champagne color extreme or our 24 karat gold if you happen to have any. I know our extreme line has been kind of put on hold since the price of precious metals just continued to go up and up and up. And it might be that we don't have them online, so you might have to have it in your stock already. If you have any that you're hoarding or holding on to.
Not that any of us would hoard anything.
I know there's a couple of colors that have now gone out of discontinuation, and a few of you are like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to hold on to every little last bit.
No, it's funny how we do that. And, you know, I mean, you can't make it come back that way, but you can stretch it out a little bit.
You can stretch it out, right? So when you really, really want that color, you've got it, right? So.
Well, and that was the tiara cast from this kit. Like,
yes.
So excited to see that was in here, because that's nice to have and hoard away, perhaps.
Just a few tiara cast. You know, that was one thing that was nice about us getting ahead of ourselves with planning our kits, is we were able to get some tiara cast ahead of the game. And then, but we're getting close to the end, and it's so sad because we really used to put tiara cast in all of our kits. So it's sad to not have those. Let me show you a few of my other new colors that we got for these boho beads, because I just am finally pulling them out of their baggies here. So that is a gorgeous turquoise color. This is the transparent blue. And then this one's really pretty too. It's like a stone blue.
Ooh, I like that one.
It's really nice. I think it's kind of got that like very soft little glow to it.
Pretty. I'm a sucker for those flower beads. Any flower bead, I'm like crazy about.
Gosh, these, I was surprised to see what these look like in person, because they're like copper with purple. Ooh. And I feel like they're a little different on the computer screen than what you get in person. So that's really cool color. I love the contrast on that one.
I think we need to, like, across the jewelry community, need to bring copper back. Like,
it's happening. I think. I feel like there's a lot of copper happening.
I think those will help convince some people that maybe aren't on the copper side.
On the copper side. Well, this is kind of funny, because one thing that's nice about Sarah and I, when we kind of look at things together when we order stuff, and we have a little bit different of an aesthetic. So when you look at these, like, I always really love the things that are like super high contrast, like these kind of were my pick. And then she loves the things that are like really, really pretty, tend to be a little more sparkly. And so these two transparent AB ones were her pick. I think I picked out these and these, and then we both always love turquoise. So turquoise is always a win for both of us.
Yes. Oh, they're all beautiful. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of them.
Right. So all of the boho beads are also on sale in that category, 15% off, as well as the shell beads, and even these little tiara cast toggles I put in there, because it was like, I think this is the last of the batch and we only have the gold color left. So I put some of those in there too, that you guys can snag on sale while we have them. Yeah. Wow. Let's go back and see what you're doing over there. I see you're still making things.
I can't stop. I just can't stop.
Once you get going, right?
I thought these beads in the Jesse James beads mix were really cool. They're like a splatter paint glass, and then I just added the little rondelles and then the little rounds that were in there, and I thought these were kind of fun, because
so fun. Wonderful. I really want to work with those. I love what you did there, because they're really so special on their own. You don't have to do a lot, right? You just have to let them shine. I think they almost have like that alcohol ink like look to him, like splatter paint on there.
100%, definitely. And there's a couple others in here too. These guys, which almost look like turquoise, if the
They
camera
do.
focus. These, I thought when I first opened the bag, that's what they were. But they're also that kind of same splatter paint effect. So there's a lot of little fun things in this kit, just fun beads.
Every kit is like a little treasure trove of beads. I think that's what's fun about working with a theme and a color theme, is that you just don't always know how they're all going to fit together.
Yes.
And it's like, as the more you look, the more you find. And Jesse James Beads does such a great job with those mixes. They really have such a good design aesthetic. They really pull it all together for us, and we love working with them on these kits for that reason.
Yeah, I think the two of you collaborate nicely on this monthly kit. It's so much fun.
Thank you.
Get a little check, get a little fun stuff, get some tassels, get some metal.
Yeah, kind of change it up, have lots and lots of little things. And you're gonna speaking of lots of different stuff, I've been kind of teasing this a little bit, but for our book lovers kit next month, there's some definite new surprises. We love when we can add a little bit of a challenge into our kits. And some months we do it a little more than others. And I feel like the book lovers has some kind of interesting materials to work with. We'll just say that.
Okay, well,
something kind of fun to check out with next month's kit. So if you haven't gotten yours yet and you're up for something a little different, maybe a little unexpected, go ahead and grab that while you still can.
This doesn't sound intriguing at all, does it, folks? Like she's telling us something, like giving us the wink.
Yes, exactly. It makes my like crafting side of my heart happy. So that's as far as I will say.
Oh my. Well, that sounds very exciting. I'm going to sit at the edge of my seat to see that.
I know. I can't wait to see what everybody thinks and what you guys end up all doing with our little extra surprises in that one.
How far ahead do you guys plan these? Like how far ahead do you plan the kits?
We try, let's see, right now we have got up through I think it's October, November planned. So how far is that? About 5 months. We try and do around 5-6 months, I think. And we're cutting it a little close right now because we haven't had our leader, Miss Sarah, has been away. So it's been a little bit trickier, but thankfully, because we do plan so far ahead, it's made it a lot easier to keep up with. Because when we first came out with our kits, which has been quite a while now, but when we first, Sarah and I used to be working on them, maybe 2 months ahead tops.
Wow.
And that was a little tricky.
It's a little nerve-wracking.
We would feel like every time we'd get together for a meeting, it'd be like we were, all frazzled about it, because it was like, we have to get this done. We need to get this in. And I'm sure the pandemic had something to do with, we actually got better at planning out right before then, but that also helped us realize how important planning ahead was, because it took longer to get certain things. Some things we couldn't get at all. And so it really was like, oh yeah, it's a good thing we started to plan ahead, and we even try and do further ahead when we can. But yeah, it's
Well, sourcing things. So now, with Tiara Cast, the stash of Tiara Cast dwindling, now you're probably looking at other metal sources and having to, think about that a little bit differently. So sourcing things can be challenging.
For sure. Dana is saying, yes, she is waiting for book lovers tutorials to see what you do with some of the items. I knew it. Because there's a few things that you're going to be like, what is going on with this?
Kind of like the Crimped challenge.
Yes, exactly. So speaking of the Crimped challenge, do you guys do like a bot? Like, how do people follow along? How do they get the same materials, or is it more of the technique you're encouraging them to replicate?
Yeah, so we just in episode 5 we revealed the challenge that we gave each other in the previous show, and we turn it over to everyone, and that one was something animal themed. So, as long as you used something animal related, like if it was an animal charm or pendant or animal print fabric or something like that, just has to be something in that theme. And the one before that was using, previously loved jewelry. So, take something apart and put it back together in, a new piece of jewelry. And we have done some mystery things. So I just saw Brittany over the weekend and we exchanged what we're going to use for the next challenge. And I thought I was diabolical in what I gave her, but she actually upped me on what I gave her.
So that's kind of a fun part of it too, isn't it? See what they're trying to one up one another with this challenge.
Now we have to really think about what we're going to tell. Like we've got the show partially written. We'll film at the end of actually we film next weekend. So we'll have to figure out what the challenge will actually be based on the things that we challenged each other with.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard to say, well, you have to work with a mystery component, but we'll come up with something that then, translates to everybody else that they can do.
Oh, well, this just sounds like so fun. And then, so you guys give each other different challenges, or do each time it's a different one of you that chooses the challenge?
We kind of come up with it, like we'll talk about it. So maybe she has an idea and she'll say, what do you think of that? And I'll say, oh, that's a good idea. Or, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a few others kind of that are listed that we want to do in the future, but we just don't know which month yet, coming up. So
exciting. And Damien just shared it again. So those of you that are over on Facebook, join the Crimped Facebook group, and let's try and get Deb and Brittany up to that 1,000 group members so that we can start getting some giveaways.
Yeah. Yes, Brittany and I thought it would be kind of fun to share some of what we have in our studios, and maybe those those giveaways somehow lead to some other kind of challenge. I don't know, but we want to be able to share some things with folks that have been kind enough to participate and be part of the group and be active members in the group. So we've got some really fun people that are really, some of the things that they've made for some of the challenges were like, oh my gosh. There was one gal who we had a challenge of using something like recycling something from your kitchen or your bathroom, and she used Christmas lights to make a necklace and earrings, and it was unbelievable.
Whoa, how fun is that? I love it. I do find, we do our monthly giveaways and monthly challenge with the kits. So for those of you that bought the Turtle Love kit, now is your chance to go ahead and go into the Softlex VIB studio and share your kit design. I think the hashtag is turtle, and any design you share is an entry to win a future kit. And we always find that is just the most fun to see what everyone else is making and all of the great things that you all come up with. So, that's just like the beauty in those challenges, is getting to chance to tap into the community and see what everyone's making. And often we're blown away, right? So
yeah, it helps. I think it helps others, so if you're in a rut, or you're stumped, or you just need a little, exciting idea, groups like that are great for sparking more creativity. I think creativity begets more creativity. So
yes, for sure. Being around it, or even making things that don't work out, but getting started making, it just brings more creativity, because it gets your brain kind of moving and working. And then it's especially fun when there's a challenge. So, there's sort of a theme or something in particular that you're all kind of working towards. I think really opens up those creative pathways when you see what others are doing.
Definitely. And there's some folks that just, have taken the reins, or taken the bull by the horns, and just jumped in and said, I'm going to come up with something. And they just knock it out of the park to do it. So it's been.
Yes. Oh, Rambling Brambles, good point. She's saying, I wasn't sure if my fossilized baby turtle was going to fit the challenge, but it was so well accepted. Yes.
Oh,
well,
is she watching? Her turtle is amazing. That turtle piece is amazing.
Yay.
That's exciting. I've never seen anything like that before. So that was fun. That was fun to see.
Very cool. So Deb is actually, it seems what Deb is doing right now is she's challenging herself to use all of the beads in this kit. We didn't know that when we started that was going to be her challenge, but she is like on her way to using all of the beads.
Looking at some different options here for some earrings.
We're gonna need like a finished picture in the group, Deb, where you've got all of the things that you created.
I'm on it. I'm totally on it. I think I need to add this. This little charm to this bracelet, though. This shell charm is so pretty.
Yes, Becky is saying, Deb is so fast. 2 bracelets and 4 earrings in an hour. I'm so impressed.
Well, I haven't made all the earrings yet. They're just sort of there. But
don't discount yourself. You are whipping through it.
I am fast, I have to admit. And when I was first learning how to make jewelry, I used to go to a bead shop, one of the bead shops that we all used to go to. A nice little hometown bead shop, doesn't exist anymore.
Aww,
and
so sad.
I know. And there was a group of ladies. We would always be there every Tuesday night, and they would just they would be working on one project, and I'm like, okay, next. Like, they just would be like, what are you doing? How do you do that? I don't know. Just
that's
fast.
what I know. It's funny how some of us are just naturally. I always say that with Sarah too, and our friend Kay is super fast. Some people are just really quick. And then there's others like me I sometimes feel like I'm in the slow lane trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Well, I think everybody has their own way of doing things, and there's not a right or wrong way. And
nope.
Sometimes
one of the things Mike used to do, and I totally get this now, is he would always, string things up as designs, and then he would have somebody else finish them all for him, because that was the part that would slow him down, and he didn't particularly like. So I totally get that. Like, if I could just string it away and not have to actually like finish it or make sure it's the right size or things like that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'd be a little quicker.
Yes. And for some of the things that are like a little harder, like if you're trying to make a perfect, you're trying to do something really artistic with wire, and it has to be very precise. And if you could just have somebody do that part, like that would be great.
Right. Like Chihuly, be like, okay, this is what I want, and have someone else kind of put it all together.
Yes, that wouldn't be too shabby.
Would not be too shabby. So I just decided to keep beading with the beads that I had here. I had one more of those flower beads left, so I'm just gonna share, and now I'm making a necklace so that I've got a whole matching set, which I don't always do, but since I was just kind of had all of the things and plenty of beads to work with, I'm going to make myself a nice little necklace, bracelet, and earring set with these.
So pretty.
Yeah, they're feeling very, very soft and feminine and pretty.
That's for the rest of this summer. You'll be covered with that.
Right. And then I could either wear them all together, or you can mix and match, earrings and a necklace one day, bracelet and earrings another day, however you want to do it.
And I love the necklace that you're wearing. You made that during the Pearl event?
I did, and it's so much better on than I expected it to be.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I'll flash to me here. I wasn't sure about the length here and like how it was all going to sit, but it turns out that I love it. And it's got a beautiful Green Girl Studios little mermaid charm at the top. And I actually did this one on Monday. So this was the one that I did after the Pearl party, when I had a little more time to think about what I was doing.
Yeah, because you were trying to herd the cats on that event there. So
I was like, I couldn't even believe I almost got a bracelet done, because I was just like, string 2 beads, then move things around, string 2 beads. Then move things
yes, around. I wouldn't have been able to make anything during that event if I was doing that.
Thanks for all the love on this necklace. I don't really wear pearls all that often. And when I was wearing this necklace yesterday, and like every time I caught a glimpse of it in the mirror, or I had to do a reel and it was in the reel, and I was just like, man, these pearls are pretty. They are just stunners. They have such a pretty, pretty color flash on them, and the shape. I'm smitten with them. And so now, I don't know, maybe and it's not like I didn't like pearls. I just didn't really do much with them before. And this necklace has changed me.
You're now changed forever because of those pearls.
I have been inspired by pearls.
I think you are the epitome of what that event was all about. It's supposed to be that way.
Thank you.
That was fun to watch.
It was super fun. I always feel like getting together with so many people, you just never know what's going to happen. And there's just so many perspectives and design ideas, and it's just a blast.
Yes, I hope everybody will get a chance to go back and watch it, because it's really a good one.
So I'm going to probably let's check out our giveaway here. And yeah, we've got 78 of you that have entered. Woohoo! Wow. Almost everybody that's here. We've got a little over 80 of you watching. So last chance to get in your #Peachy comment to enter. It's true, Dana. That's part of it too. Dana says I'm getting expensive taste.
Yeah, the pearl beads, some of the real pearls are kind of pricey.
Yeah. Yes. This necklace that I have on is a pricey necklace. They are beautiful pearls, and they are pricey. But yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking when I was looking at them the other day. I was like, huh, I never really owned a pearl necklace that was quite this nice before, or made anything quite this nice before. And there's a difference, right? Like,
Yes. I love a good glass pearl, but the real pearls are something special.
That's right. Oh, those are so cute, Deb. Look at
I was trying to think of a way to use the shell in a really simple way, and I just wire wrapped a bead in the back, and so you can see the bead, and this will kind of move around, and I think those are kind of fun.
I think it'll be like it picks up the light sometimes, right? Like it'll just be like a little peekaboo out of the shell.
I'm gonna
very,
put
very cute
on. Those I'm gonna put on because I like them. They're a little something something.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the giveaway and choose our winner. I didn't even tell you what I was giving away today. I'm going to give away one of our new Just Peachy bead mixes. So it's one of our brand new bead mixes that we just launched today to go along with the Just Peachy kit. And remember, the bead mix is not in the kit for Just Peachy because it's our TGBE kit, and we usually do something a little different for that. So so you'll want to pick up the Just Peachy kit and then also get the mix and the strand if you want to have those little extras to coordinate. Let's go ahead and choose our winner. Yay, giveaways. And then just let me know if your name is called, that you were here. Let us know in the comments. The winner is Lynn Ackerson over on YouTube. Lynn, let us know if you're still here. You must be here to win, and you have to tell me that you're here in a pretty timely manner to win. So another kit. I know, Caroline, another kit. My gosh. There's always a couple of times a year where we have a couple of kits at once because TGBE is just like that extra month. Lynn is here.
Yay, Lynn.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for hanging out with us. Thanks for everybody for hanging out with us. Lynn, please go ahead and email us at info@softflexcompany.com and let us know your shipping address, and we will get one of our new Just Peachy bead mixes out to you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much, Deb, for being here. It's always a blast to get together with you, and just really nice to get to spend the time. And I cannot believe how fast you are. What was the final number? What was the final count?
2 bracelets, 3 pairs of earrings.
2 bracelets, 3 pairs of earrings in just a little over an hour. Right on. See, that's the beauty of having a kit too, right? Because everything goes. They all went together.
Right here, yeah.
It was all right there. Just bring your own seed beads or your delica beads, and everything else was right there.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out Deb Floros over on Anything Deb Loves. So Deb Loves Jewelry on YouTube. Deb Loves Designs on Facebook.
On Instagram and TikTok.
Oh, I tried. Take it away. You tell us where you are.
And Deb Loves Jewelry Designs on Facebook and Etsy. So, yeah.
Wonderful. And then, of course, Crimped. Make sure to check that out. Her new talk show with her friend and fellow designer, Brittany Chavers. We love Brittany, too. And I got to tune in. Do you have a schedule and when you do them, or are they more random?
Usually the show will release the last week of the month, and we try to stretch it so it's, one of the last few days of the month. We try not to do it on a weekend, so And we release our challenge pieces before the show too. So we'll do that just a few days before the show. So always end of the month is when the big show is released, and we're always just giddy when we get ready to push the button and push it out there.
Wonderful. That's so fun. I love it. I'm glad you two came together and got to create something. And it sounds like it's a blast, and it sounds like everyone's really enjoying it and loving playing along with your challenges too. So keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep up the inspiration. And until next time, thanks for being here. Bye, everybody. I probably should say before I go, because my head's in the clouds. We have a live bead sale tomorrow, 1:00 Pacific time is our next live bead sale. So join us for that over on the Softlex Company Facebook page. It's also on our Instagram channel. And then you can also download the Softlex Company app, which is one of the best ways to shop. And then we have Joyce again on Friday with her Spill the Beads series, and she'll be live at 9:30 a.m. Friday morning. And then I'll be back on Monday with a new episode of Free Spirit Beading at 1 p.m. Pacific time. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.